These may vary depending on whether you plan to pursue a terrestrial or online radio station. So for terrestrial, the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, regulates AM and FM radio, the licensing of AM and FM radio to ensure that no station uses frequencies that interfere another station. So that's for terrestrial. On the other hand, for online radio stations, you don't need an FCC license to broadcast online. So to legally play copyrighted music, online radio stations must obtain licenses from performance rights organizations such as the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers, or ASCAP, and Broadcast Music Incorporated, or BMI. So for station frequencies are in heavy demand, and the filing process can be complex and time consuming. So because of this, FCC recommends that applicants don't purchase any equipment before receiving construction permit. And since the demand for frequencies is very competitive, the FCC has a filing window for new station applications, which opens at specific times. They're not always open, so you will have to wait for the next window to file your application. And if you do gain approval, the process of finding a location and building your studio as well as purchasing equipment are complex. So before you embark on this investment, you should really seek professional help from experienced radio lawyers or attorneys and consultants to navigate the process and increase your odds of success. So there. And the now we go now to the fifth step in starting your own internet radio station. So the fifth is to purchase necessary equipment and studio setup. So once you've already cleared any licensing concerns, you can now purchase equipment to set up your own studio. What equipment you need will vary depending on whether you plan to set up a terrestrial radio station or an online station. So for terrestrial, uh, there are you'll need some financing or big ticket items for equipment such as transmitters, antennas, towers, and guy wire, power supplies, backup generators, studio equipment, remote controls, and even audio playback equipment. Whereas the online radio broadcasting equipment, it's more straightforward and cost effective, no, if you choose online radio station. So it only requires some essential equipment like internet connection, microphones, computers, broadcasting software, audio software, no, storage for that audio, and then audio libraries and maybe encoders. So it's really more cost effective. So that's it for number 5, the fifth step, which is to purchase necessary equipment. And for the sixth step, you need to develop programming for your audience. After you purchase the equipment, you can begin developing your programming format and content. You can begin hiring staff and planning your broadcast schedule. So, how to choose a radio station format. So, your radio station format defines the scope of your content in terms of genres. So if you choose these genres, it will really depend on you. So now we go to the seventh step, which is to hire your staff in your radio station and on-air talent. So to run your radio station or your broadcast operations, you may need to hire. And if you're running an online radio station, you may be able to run it yourself, or if you need help, you can also hire. But for terrestrial radio stations, you will definitely need help. So positions that you may wish to fill include producers, who will plan and supervise broadcasts. It can also include on-air talent such as your hosts, your broadcast engineers who can handle technical issues. And a significant task for your team will be planning your programming schedule. And one consideration for this is how many hours of live broadcast you will air per week, and whether you will use any automated broadcasting. Staffing a radio station with live content around the clock is expensive and impractical. So many radio stations that broadcast 24/7 use automated station management services. And these services will allow you to use a software to plan your schedule and schedule blocks of automated programming between blocks of live broadcasts. We go now to the second to the last step. So both the startup phase and the ongoing phase. So this is really important. So you should allocate a portion of your budget to marketing and advertising. And then choose your marketing channels. So what does this mean? So when you start up your own station, your marketing efforts can go toward tasks such as building your own website, the own your website for your station, building your social media profiles, social media advertising campaigns so that you can promote your station to your target audience. And you can also partner with local businesses and organizations to develop promotional campaigns. We can also recruit advertisers to offset your marketing costs, and to as well as setting up distribution arrangements. So that's for choosing your marketing channels. So then you connect with advertisers so that your promotional partnership network attracts revenue, which can help you cover the operational costs. And eventually, you can earn profit. And you can automate the process of finding advertisers by using programmatic advertising, which deploys technology to find advertising content geared towards your target market. Direct sales and sponsorship arrangements are also ways to generate revenue. So finally, find distribution opportunities. So of course, no, you can disseminate your radio station. You can distribute your radio station so that it can have a wider reach. So automated distribution services can assist you with the task of building your audience. So for example, the Live 365, that offers a distribution service to get your station to over 200 connected devices so that it can reach more or less 30 million US listeners, and even more millions, in Canada and the UK. So Live 365 helps build your audience by getting you publicity through a web directory, and so that you can also reach mobile apps and dedicated players. Other examples are smart TV apps, Alexa skills, and even premium distribution via iHeartRadio and TuneIn on air, and even Anchor Radio, and Spotify. And finally, we reached the ninth step, or the last step, of how to start an internet radio station. So the last step is to launch your station and grow your audience. So generate buzz around your radio launch. So with your promotional plan in place, now you are ready to launch your radio station and grow your audience. So consider holding a special event to celebrate and promote and launch your station. So one option is to work with your promotional partners to set up a local or online event where you can initiate your broadcast. Featuring a celebrity guest also can help you publicize your launch. Collect feedback from your listeners. So as you are growing your station, it's also important, it's vital to collect objective feedback on your success by continuously monitoring and analyzing audience engagement. And actually, you can these days now you can also monetize your radio station. So as your station grows, you can look for opportunities to capitalize on your success by monetizing your station. And that's it for my report. Again, this is Module 16, how to start an internet radio station, the step by step guide. And I have flashed the references.